In this video, we're gonna try to solve 26 different riddles. Watch this video, try to solve them yourself, and let me know in the comments how many you get correct.
Annika received a letter where someone asked her out. The letter was sweet, but it wasn't signed, so she didn't know who it was. She was guessing 3 guys. All of them were her college friends. Who do you think asked Annika out?
Okay, look at their hands. The one on the left has the same tattoo, same pattern as she had on her letter. So it has to be the guy on the left, right? Let's find out.
Look at this sign at the end of the letter. This guy has the exact same tattoo. So I bet that the letter is from him.
Well, that was easy.
An office was robbed and police arrived for an investigation. The money was stolen from a drawer, but there was no trace of breaking in. The lock was fine and the windows were all locked. Look around and try to guess how the robber broke in.
How the robber broke in? Okay, I'm gonna say from the ceiling because I think there might be a hole on the ceiling.
Look at the ventilation gate. It's slightly open. The robber must have used this way to get into the office and get out. A police officer was following a robber around the city. Suddenly, the robber entered the hospital and disappeared. When the police officer entered the building, there were 3 workers. One of them must be the robber who dressed up to pretend to be a doctor. Can you tell who?
Okay, so I'm not racist, so I'm not gonna assume things. If you look at their badge, I think, right? Yeah, look at their badge. So the one in the middle has the badge of a woman. The other 2 have a male badge.
It's the man in the middle. Look at his badge. There's a picture of a woman on it. He must have put on the first pair of clothes he noticed. At daylight, someone painted a wall of a museum, and the police were looking for the person who did it just an hour after it happened. They were roaming the streets of their little town, and they found 3 suspects. Adam said that he'd been at work and just returned. Carter said that he'd been busy painting his fence. Blake said that she'd been walking her dog and didn't know anything about what had happened. Who is guilty?
It has to be Carter because he has paint on his hands, right? And he said he was painting his fence, but his fence was red.
It's Carter. He has paint on his hands, and it indeed goes in line with his alibi that he was painting the fence. But his fence is red, and the paint on his hands is blue.
Guys, I swear to God, I haven't watched this video before, so I don't know the answers to these riddles. I'm doing them as I watch this video with you.
Mrs. Roberts, a math teacher, returned to the classroom after visiting a principal's office and took a sip of her coffee. She had to spit it out immediately because, instead of coffee, there was blue ink inside. Can you tell which student pranked her?
No way. Is it the same answer like the guy in the middle? He has blue ink on his hand.
It's this one. Look at his hand. It has ink stains on it.
These are way too easy, I swear. I hope they're gonna get harder.
Mrs. Taylor works in a selection committee of a big organization specialized in sustainable and green development. There is an open position for a researcher and she's looking through the applicants. Many of them are fake, either sent by underqualified people or generated by robots. Her task is to filter out real applicants and she needs your help. Let's start with this one. What do you think? Is it a real application?
Okay, let's see. Emily Delilah Gardner, born in 2003 from Canada. I have a PhD in development economics. I have always dreamed of working in your company. I don't know. I think the answer is that it's fake. It looks pretty real to me. I'm not sure what's the catch here. Maybe she's too young. Yeah, she's too young. Wait, if she's born in 2003, that makes her 17 plus 3, 20 years old. So there's no way she has a PhD in development economics.
No. It doesn't seem so. This girl was born in 2003, so she's 19 years old. She's way too young to have a PhD. She must be lying.
Wait, 19? Oh, I forgot to look at the month. Yeah, she's 19 and she'll be 20 in June.
Okay, here's another one. What do you say?
Okay, I obtained my degrees in several countries, so I have international experience, and your company provides opportunities for growth. From the US, born in 1991. Name is Chase. I'm gonna say it's real.
This seems to be another fake. Look at his birthday. There was no February 29th in 1991. This application must have been generated by a robot.
How am I supposed to remember which year was a leap year? So I'm pretty sure no one got this one correct.
Okay then, here's the next candidate for you. What's your call?
Okay, Daniela Katrina from Germany. I'm an environmental activist and I have always wanted to be more engaged to promote it. I have no idea. I mean, it seems legit to me, right? I feel like it's fake. You need a reason for why it's fake. You can't just say it's fake and get a point. So I'm gonna say it's real.
This young lady seems fine. I'd recommend considering her.
Yes.
Here's another candidate. What do you say?
Juan Carlos Garcia, 1977 from Spain. I have been working for 20 years, but I see more career opportunities in your company. I'm gonna say it's real because I don't have a reason to assume that it's fake.
He seems fine to me too. Next one, this candidate. Do you see something suspicious or is it all okay?
It's a cat. Okay, no, this one is obviously fake. Come on.
Of course not. Look at the photo. It's some random photo of a cat. People don't use such pictures in their CVs. It must be a computer-generated fake. Okay, one last candidate to consider. In or out? What do you think?
James Cameron Morris from Narnia. Narnia's not a country. Yeah, this one is definitely fake. Again, Narnia is not a place. I'm pretty sure it's a movie.
It says that this person is from Narnia. Narnia is a fictional place. It doesn't exist in real life. So this CV must be fake too. A woman called the police and reported that she was robbed. She said that she was in a restaurant bathroom, fixing her makeup when someone attacked her from behind. She couldn't see the person and didn't know what they looked like. The police didn't believe her. Why?
Because there's a mirror in the bathroom, so she could have seen the person behind her if he was approaching.
The woman was fixing her makeup, so she was looking in the mirror. If someone tried to approach her from the back, she would definitely see the person. So she lied and made up the whole story.
Again, these are way too easy. I really hope they get harder.
Mrs. Cook went on vacation with her 3 daughters, Kaya, Ruby, and Emma. They were on the beach, and Mrs. Cook had to leave to solve some business issues. The girls stayed, but their mother banned them from going into the water without her supervision. So, they were supposed to read or build sandcastles. When Mrs. Cook returned, she knew that one of her daughters didn't listen to her. Which one?
It's the one on the left. She has water dripping from her hair.
Bruh.
It's Kaya. Look, her hair is wet. This wouldn't happen if she didn't go into the water.
I don't know who these riddles are made for. They're like too easy. I'm expecting you guys to get like close to 100% on these.
There was a robbery in a neighborhood. Someone stole the seeds of rare and beautiful flowers from Mrs. Patterson, which she brought from abroad. The police interrogated several neighbors. Mr. Clark said, "I don't work in my garden at all." Mrs. Moore said, "Mrs. Patterson showed me these seeds and gave me a couple of them, but I'd never steal anything." Mr. Campbell said, "I'd mind my own business." Who stole the seeds?
It has to be the first guy on the left because at least he has a garden, right?
It was Mr. Clark. He said that he didn't take care of his garden, but his garden looks way too nice to be abandoned.
Okay, well, I guessed it, but I didn't give the correct reason, so it's gonna be half a point.
In a parallel universe, it's only allowed to have fun and eat candy. No one ever reads or studies. Mrs. Relham came back home after a long and fun day at a club and asked her daughters what they'd been doing. Hannah said that she'd been watching TV all day. Elle said that she'd spent a day in the water park. Ava said that she and her friends had had a candy-eating marathon. Still, Mrs. Relham could tell that one of her daughters lied and had actually spent all day studying. Who was it?
I think it's the one that is in the middle because she said she was in the water park and she's not like wet or dressed as if she was in the water park. She has a tennis racket, so it's definitely her.
It was Hannah. Look, the TV is unplugged, but there's a book with her in bed. She's definitely been reading it.
Okay.
On the weekend, Kira and her friends were supposed to celebrate a birthday of a friend online, but Kira didn't feel like it and didn't show up. On Monday, in school, she explained that something had happened and she hadn't had electricity or internet all day. So she'd spent the day in front of the computer writing her midterm paper. Her friends didn't believe her. Why?
Because you need electricity to charge your computer.
If there was no electricity, she wouldn't be able to work on her computer because it doesn't work without electricity. I'll keep checking how attentive you are, and here are some more tasks for you. Now I'll show you 2 apartments and you have to figure out which one of them was robbed. Ready to start? Here's the first pair. What do you say?
It's the one above because it has the broken window.
Bruh.
This apartment has a broken window, so obviously it's this one.
I'm just shocked because this video that I'm watching is called 26 Riddles to Challenge Your Mind to the Max. To the max. I think this video is like geared towards kids maybe, that's why, but it didn't say that. So I don't know guys, I hope at least you're enjoying this video.
Okay, great. Now the next one. 2 apartments of 2 different people. Which one was robbed?
Well, it has to be the one on the bottom because look at the seat, the wall, and the paintings.
This one is way too trash to be a regular mess. I bet it was robbed. Another pair of apartments. Can you see
It's the top one.
Someone had broken in?
It's the top one because it's cracked. There's like cracks in the wall and stuff and on the paintings.
There are dirt stains on the floor. Someone was up here in boots. So I think that's the apartment that was robbed.
Oh, well, I guess those aren't cracks then. Okay, I didn't notice those footsteps.
Okay, we'll keep looking at apartments. But now your task is to say who do you think lives there? What profession does the person have? Let's start out easy. What about this apartment?
Artist, painter, right? Because look at all the equipment.
Paintings, brushes, it definitely belongs to an artist. What about this one? Do you have any ideas?
Boxer? Yeah, boxer.
Punching bag, boxing gloves, dumbbells, and some other sports equipment. I'd say there's a boxer living there. Take a closer look here. What are your thoughts?
IT guy or maybe computer science guy, programmer.
A huge desk, many monitors and keyboards, a microphone, a headset, posters of some video games. I bet it's a room of a gamer or streamer.
I didn't even notice the headphones and the poster. Okay, cool.
What about this nice and clean room? Do you see something that could give away the profession of the person who lives there?
A ballerina, like a ballet dancer.
There's a ballet bar, and there are also some tutus in the wardrobe. It's the room of a ballerina.
We got it.
And some more tasks for you. I'll show you some photos, and you'll have to find what's wrong or odd about them. Here's the first one. What do you say?
There's no air on the moon, so they won't be able to breathe. That's what's wrong.
There are people on the surface of the moon, but they're not wearing any spacesuits. Another space-related picture. Do you see a mistake?
You can't just see the planet Saturn like that, so that's the mistake.
Look closer. It's not the moon, it's Saturn. What about this photo? Do you see something odd here?
What is that guy doing? Is that a banana or something? I have no idea. It's definitely him though, but I just don't know what's going on. Like, what is he holding?
Look at the way this guy is eating a banana.
How is he eating it? Oh, it's upside down. Okay, well, this is how many points I got. Let me know in the comments how you did. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Hey, Dad! What's the Wi-Fi password? Have some respect for the dead! Okay. Is it just one word?